I want to ask you something. Not a trick question, not a thought experiment, a real one. When was the last time you felt genuinely, quietly, okay? Not happy, not productive, not on top of things, just okay, settled, present, like you were actually in your own life, rather than moving through it at speed, trying to stay on top of it. If you had to think about it for more than a second, this video is for you. Most of us are functioning. We're working, responding, maintaining relationships, meeting deadlines. From the outside, the life looks organized, intentional even, but underneath there is a kind of depletion that sleep doesn't fix. A low, persistent tiredness that isn't really tiredness, more like friction, constant friction, the friction of a life being lived slightly against the grain of what we actually are. We've been told that the solution is more effort, better habits, a stronger routine, more discipline, another system. What if the problem isn't effort at all? What if the problem is flow? The water theory is a simple idea. Most of what we experience as psychological suffering, the anxiety, the burnout, the sense that life looks full but doesn't feel inhabited, is not fundamentally a problem of character or intelligence or effort. It is a problem of flow. Specifically, it's what happens when a system designed for movement, rhythm, and renewal is forced into conditions that prevent all three. Now, when I say the water theory, I don't mean water as a decorative metaphor, not a pleasing image to make the idea feel nicer. I mean a structural analogy, a genuine one. Water and human psychological experience share real properties. And understanding those properties in water offers real insight into managing them in our own lives. Think about what water actually does. It moves according to the conditions it encounters. It doesn't argue with gravity. It finds the available path, not the ideal one. The available one. It settles when undisturbed. It becomes clear when allowed to rest. It adapts its form, ice, vapor, river, rain, without ever losing what it essentially is. And over time, over long, patient, unhurried time, water is one of the most powerful forces on Earth, not through aggression, through patient, intelligent, continuous movement. Human psychological life works at its best exactly the same way. Here is the thing modern life gets wrong. The failure isn't that people don't try hard enough. The failure is that effort is being applied in ways that resist life's conditions rather than align with them. We push, we force, we override the signals our body and mind send us. We treat rest as laziness, stillness as falling behind, and uncertainty as a problem to be solved by control. The result isn't strength, it's depletion, it's friction. It's the progressive disconnection from the things that made the effort feel worthwhile in the first place. Water never makes that mistake. Water doesn't try to flow uphill by sheer force of will. It reads the terrain, it moves with what's there, and it gets where it's going every time. The water theory is organized around 5 movements, not steps, not stages you complete once and leave behind. Movements, conditions, patterns you return to again and again throughout life. Listen, the capacity to hear what's actually happening inside you before reacting to it. Calm. Not the absence of difficulty, but the settled quality that allows you to think clearly within difficulty. Clear, seeing yourself and your situation without the distortion that stress, fear, and overstimulation create. Restore, the genuine renewal that a nervous system requires to function well, not scrolling, not distraction, actual replenishment. and flow, moving with the real conditions of your life rather than continuously fighting what is already true. This channel will spend a long time in each of these. We'll bring in the neuroscience, the philosophy, the psychology, the stories of people who found their way back to something that felt like themselves. But they all begin here, with this idea that you were designed to flow, and that almost everything about modern life works against that. I want to be clear about what the water theory is not. It is not a 10-step program. It is not a protocol that will fix everything in 30 days. Because the very premise that psychological flourishing is a problem of technique, that is precisely what the water theory challenges. Water doesn't flourish through technique. It flourishes when the conditions for its natural movement are present. We're not so different. The goal is not mastery of a method, the goal is the restoration of conditions. That's what this channel is for. If that resonates with you, stay with us. The next video is about the 5 movements in detail, the actual map of what we'll cover together. And if you want to go deeper right away, the book is in the description below. I'll see you in the next one.